Required rate for New Zealand climbing to 11.4 with 10 overs to go. Not the worst in the world with 8 wickets in hand. Glenn Phillips at the crease, Kane Williamson at the crease. But England still appear to have the body language to be in charge. Let's just remind you exactly where we stand. 66 for 2. England were way ahead at this stage when they were batting. Kane Williamson out there, as I said, Glenn Phillips out there. Finn Allen looked like he was going to give them an aggressive start until he got out. But one key turning point that came in the 10th over. Glenn Phillips's 16 with an asterisk could easily have been 15 dismissed. I'm joined by Bhattacharjya on Cricbuzz Comm Box. We saw what Glenn Phillips did the other day to Sri Lanka. If he goes on to repeat anything even 80% is similar, England will rue that drop catch. A simple one.
Absolutely. And given the fact that the rate is still within 12, they think 8 wickets in hand, they have a chance. I have to say, though, how often will you have a situation of a T20 match at the Gabba? 10 overs bowled, 6 of them spin. I mean, that is absolutely amazing. Obviously, this is a varying pitch. Things have changed. But this is what I'm saying. The game is going to be dominated by Spain. England has 12 overs of spin. And look at that. They've got, what have they got? They got 3 overs of Moeen left, 1 of Adil left, 6 overs of spin stiff left. So it should be really interesting how they play it from here on.
Yeah, and we've seen they've got still another bowling option in Ben Stokes who are there to use it. And I think that's the kind of options you really want. Stokes in as a pure batsman. Livingston in as a pure batsman. Curran can bat as well. Moeen Ali, of course, can get in as a pure batsman. So if you have options like that, the balance of your side can absolutely go crazy.
Absolutely. I think now for New Zealand to win it from here, somebody needs to play out of their skins. And if you look at the kind of way they play, Glenn Phillips can't be that player. Though one of the things you have to say is that if anyone can take on spin, Kane Williamson is a brilliant player of spin. He could be a key, especially if they use all those 6 overs now.
Let's have a look at batting to come. We know who's out there in Kane Williamson and Glenn Phillips, who's coming off a magnificent 100. And it's not the first time he's got 100 in this format of the game. So New Zealand always knew his potential, probably remained unrealized. So they've got, in a sense, a couple. I mean, we know what Mitchell's capabilities are at the back end, and Jimmy Neesham can hit the ball big. But after that, you're really talking about Mitch Santner can bat, Tim Southee can bat. But on the right side of that column, there's no one who'd really scare you as an opposition once you get down to them. Exactly.
And Sam Curran has just bowled 1 over. He's a specialist. He's been very, very good this series. England's death bowling has been absolutely fantastic. So one of the things they have to say is how quickly can they close this door? If they allow this run rate over the next 2-3 overs, if they do not pull the run rate back to 10.5, 11, they're going to be in a lot of trouble. Because once the pressure starts mounting, these are very crafty English bowlers. They're not going to be easy. Mark Wood is not going to be easy to hit. Sam Curran is not going to be easy to hit. So it'll really come down to how well they hit the spinners now.
Yeah, just dwell on Kane Williamson for a moment there. We were talking with Michael Vaughan about how this is probably not the kind of total that suits his normal style. A 155, 160 total, we know how he'd play. So he himself will be aware of that it's slightly higher. And therefore, we've seen glimpses of it. But the question is how long he can carry on being the Kane Williamson plus 20%.
Kane plus 20% is the key. Well, that's it. Next 5 overs, Kane plus 20% is what they need. Glenn Phillips needs to stay there. He's got a chance. He's got to make the most of it like he did next time. And that's the only hope. I think at this point in time, I'll have to say it's 70-30 England.
Well, 70-30 England as another boundary is hit by New Zealand. Okay, we'll make it 69-31 for the moment. But I don't think it's going to change by much. England will need to keep doing what they're doing. New Zealand will need to change things significantly to get that to about 50-50 and then see how it goes. But we know with an England-New Zealand game, nothing's over till it's over.